So a client was recently referred to me, and I had him set up a time with my assistant, and he responds back to me, and he says, Brad, he goes, I want to be respectful of your time. He goes, I don't think I qualify. I said, okay, why is that? He says, well, my sales weren't down by enough to qualify for these tax credits. So he goes, I don't want to waste your time, but he goes, I looked at it, I don't think I qualify. I said, okay, no worries. Say, why don't we spend 15 minutes together on the phone and see what your situation is and see what we see. Because, a lot of times sales reduction is just one of the many different ways you can qualify for these tax credits. And so we do. We get on the phone, and it turns out that this particular client has a restaurant, a really good restaurant, by the way. So if you're ever in Venice, you definitely want to take a look. And his situation is that he has a wholesale operation, but he also has a restaurant front operation. And so that restaurant operation, even though his revenues were up and down kind of all over the map last year, the restaurant was still subject to multiple restrictions due to government mandates. And so we went through his entire situation, and we looked at his revenues, we looked at the partial shutdowns, we looked at the supply chain disruption. We even looked at the new business startup provisions in his business, and we found that he actually does qualify. He qualifies in multiple different ways, multiple different times. But because he just looked at it, he just glanced at it, and he goes, oh, well, I saw this, and I didn't think my downturn was severe enough. He almost missed out on hundreds of thousands of dollars of tax refunds. So if you're not sure or you feel like a little overwhelmed by this process, please give me a shout. I'd love to connect with you, spend 15, 20, 30 minutes on the phone with you. Some clients we've gone through, and I've spent 3, 4, 5 phone calls going through their business, understanding their operations, understanding how they were impacted by the crisis before we decided, yeah, you know what, let's move forward. And other clients, I spent 15 minutes on the phone and said, listen, there's no possible way you could qualify for this. I'd love to find a way, but it's just not going to happen. And so if we think there's something there, we'll take a look at it, and we'll help you with it. And if there's not something there, I'll let you know, because at the end of the day, unless we get help, we want to help, right? We want to help, so certainty, give you certainty either way. So give me a shout. Love to walk through the process with you and see how we can help you.